can't win anything with kids. I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Wenger's found his place at last.
Please don't call me arrogant. I think I'm a special one.
Respectful tribute for the man they all call the boss. Leicester City.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The 12th Man. I'm your host Prakash and this is my co-host Praddy. Now we're going to be bringing you Match Day 6, Game Week 6.
Yo, and this is the one after the Champions League. Yes, we beat PSG.
Woo, 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 woo. We beat young boys.
Hey, that doesn't sound...
Same thing,
that
right?
doesn't sound
Same opposition.
great, though. We beat young boys.
Stop. I don't know what young boys was, so I had to Google young boys. and as I was
Then
typing, I was like, wait
you
a
got a
second.
message from the FBI.
I'm going to get a list
I know,
somewhere.
right? Send me a message like, you know what you're doing.
Back
Yeah.
to the Premier League.
Back to the Premier League, back to club football. And we started off with not the most...
Fulham and Watford.
Yeah, not the most exciting of matches. Watford, would Watford come back after their loss against United? Well, no. They were leading 1-0 for quite a while. I think until Mitrovic scored. I think Mitrovic has scored more goals than the whole Newcastle team. You can see how much they're missing him. So it just ended up in a 1-1 draw. Not the most exciting of starts to the Premier League weekend.
Yeah.
So, but I think the next match was Burnley-Bournemouth, and we were talking about how Burnley weren't having the best of seasons, and Bournemouth were because they just beat Leicester 4-2. Well, guess who was in the receiving end of a 4-0 beating? so awkward, yeah. But okay, Burnley. That was such a thing, but yeah,
it should be on The Office.
Yeah. So Burnley beating Bournemouth 4-0. Finally, they finally got their win.
Yeah.
And but this was a tough move. So one win again. It just goes to show that there's nothing that's predictable about this Premier League. You would think that Bournemouth would...
I mean, right after Bournemouth, last week, I know. Right?
You would think that Bournemouth were going to take on and beat Burnley, even if it was a tough move.
Yeah, the fact that Burnley also lost to Wolves last week. But that was away. So.
Still, I mean, like, they lost at home, to United. But still, you would think that their momentum wasn't on their side. But... Yeah. It was...
But all the...
Who scored for them?
All the mutton pies of Sean Dyche
Yeah.
riled them up and made them beat Bournemouth 4-0.
Yep.
So, wow, good job on those guys.
Yep. And, move on to Manchester City. Cardiff versus Manchester City. And...
Okay, I hate this game week, okay? I'm just going to come out at the start and I'm just going to tell you guys, I hate this fucking game week. It was shit. Okay? Fuck every other team. Fuck Man City with his 5-0 win.
Yeah, dude.
Liverpool with his 3-0 win against Liverpool B team. God.
Yeah, but City, I mean, it's just like everyone scores, man. Bernardo Silva scores, Aguero scores. Then you got, even now Mahrez is scoring. I was like, when will you stop? I mean, I get it's against Cardiff. They got beat 4-1 last week. This week, 5-0. It's only a cricket score for them right now. So... at this point,
they've had 14 goals scored against them. 14 goals.
Yeah.
Actually, so is Huddersfield. Actually, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean.
So
yeah, we're talking about
Man City continuing to be Man City.
Yeah.
and Cardiff being shit, continue to be shit. Still haven't won a single game in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Hopefully not as bad as Derby County. Hopefully they have a season worse than Derby County. I'd like to see something like that.
But yeah, I mean,
Speaking of which,
talking of Huddersfield, let's move to the Leicester Huddersfield match.
yeah, talking about teams that are about to be relegated.
Yeah.
Leicester City versus
dude.
Huddersfield.
I mean, Leicester bounced back from their 4-2 loss, and it wasn't really much of a surprise. Iheanacho, Vardy scoring. So I mean, it's not like I expected Huddersfield to pull out a victory. Some things are still predictable, and yeah, at this rate, it's gonna be Huddersfield that's gonna end up. I mean, it's sad, but I mean, you'd be happy. You hate Huddersfield.
I hear Huddersfield.
Klopp's
Get the
gonna be
fuck out of
sad.
here. Exactly. Liverpool City. Get the fuck out. Let's speaking of other teams, let's go to the boring Crystal Palace versus Newcastle game, which I thought Crystal Palace could have won, but I guess the rock solid compactness of Newcastle, who have also been shit so far.
We say rock solid compact, but they've let in so many goals, and they've lost.
Yeah, they haven't won a single game so far.
Yeah, they're only two points because of the 2 draws. So it's not the most rock solid of defense. But against Crystal Palace, it did okay. Yes. Now let's move on to Liverpool against Liverpool B, Southampton. And as I said, I mean, Danny Ings wasn't going to play, which meant that they're put in Shane Long up front. And while Shane Long's got pace, I mean, there's nothing much that...
good. He's Shane Long, I remember Shane Long with his beautiful counter-attack goal against Liverpool. I think was it a season or 2 ago?
Yeah.
So I remember that really well. So Shane Long, I would have some hopes. I had some hopes.
But dude, Southampton was so poor. Southampton was so poor that their first shot on target was in the 91st minute.
Wow. Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, I feel like this season we have like some really strong mid-table teams, like really strong that they could contend with the top 6, if anything, on some occasions. But then I think we have like 5 or 4 teams that are just so bad. You know, like I feel like last season the quality was spread throughout the Premier League. I feel like this season we have like 3 or 4 teams that I think are going to just be terrible.
Yeah.
Like are going to be a cakewalk for most teams.
I think so. I think like Cardiff, Huddersfield, possibly Southampton, maybe Newcastle. No, West Ham.
West Ham too, actually.
I don't know, man. West Ham are doing well. I mean, they beat Everton.
They have a good attack, sure, Nardwich and all, but I feel like the defense. It's just there's just something up with that team. It's the mind is not right. Their attitude is not right. It's something that it's not. It's like they're cursed.
Yeah. So I mean, talking about Liverpool, the best player on the pitch, and that too only for 45 minutes, was Shadon Shaqiri, Big Shaq.
Yeah.
Because we had to rotate after PSG. He was insane, man. He played this attacking midfield role that's similar to what Chamberlain played and what Keita played. And he had because Southampton were just so open, he just had like free run. He had a free run. Yeah. Field day. He was like on the left, on the right, in the center. He was just everywhere, popping up everywhere. And that free kick that hit the post, and I mean Salah followed up. So hopefully now with Salah getting his goal, he's kind of like calmer.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
yeah. I had him in my fantasy team. So
with that win, Liverpool make it 7 out of 7 in all competitions, which is a record for us.
6 out of 6.
6 out of 6 in the league, and then we beat PSG.
Okay. Don't worry, it's all gonna come crashing down.
I'm pretty sure there are tougher challenges to come, and we've got like another 4 run of 4 fixtures that are crazy. And so talking about we were talking about how mid-table teams were doing well in the league, and newly promoted, some of the mid-table teams were doing well, and we come now to Manchester United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. And
yes, speaking of teams,
we were talking about how the whole thing about United collapsing after losing their first couple of matches to now beating the likes of young boys and then Watford and Burnley So we said
Yeah,
that
going
they
on
were,
a run of form against away
Yeah.
teams. You think that they're going to be difficult. These were like very difficult teams last year. Watford, Burnley were not a joke.
yeah,
And going to their home and winning, and then
and now
coming back home,
coming
and
back home.
facing Wolves. Fuck, man. It's just it's frustrating, right? It's like, and also it's like the thing is, sure, maybe results are bad, great, fine. It feels like it's not just about results. It's a lot about there's a lot of drama and negativity with the club going on right
Yeah.
now. Seems like there's even as soon as something comes down, something else comes in and blows it out of proportion again. So I think Pogba needs to keep his head down and play. If he wants to leave for Barcelona, just tell United and fuck off. But don't, this is not the place to come and create shit. If you want to leave, leave. If not,
Yeah.
stay.
Yeah, the drama is getting too much, and I think even for like fans, it's not like Old Trafford isn't the fortress that it once was. Teams, especially newly
I mean,
promoted teams, are coming in there aren't scared of coming to Old Trafford and playing.
no, I wouldn't agree on that. The thing is, it's probably this season where you're seeing this. United had almost no losses last year.
Right. I mean,
We
this
had a
season,
loss to a championship
yeah.
team. Yeah, this season. But like, it's like this season. It's been 6 games, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, there's still time
and
to.
yeah, there's still time to figure things out, and it's been a wobbly start. So, I wouldn't say that Old Trafford isn't a fortress anymore. That is a statement that I would say we should discuss at least halfway through the season. Even then, it's the start, and we've lost against Spurs.
Yeah,
We
I
lost,
think only
which is
Spurs.
a pretty good team.
Yeah,
It's a pretty
only
good
Spurs,
team, and
right?
we lost to Spurs. The only loss we've had is Spurs.
Yeah,
We've had at home.
and
We've
that
had a
too,
couple draws. Yeah,
that
we
that
had
was your
one
best
draw,
performance.
that was our best performance, and like you can clearly see why Mourinho doesn't play attacking football, because once you do that, we just get torn open. Like our defense is just that bad. Like
Even against Wolves, it was quite open. Like Wolves had a lot of chances.
yeah, and it was an attacking game too. United had the chances and they didn't finish them, and it's getting frustrating. I mean, sure, Lukaku scores a goal a game, great, good job, but he also misses at least 2 goals a game the way he plays and misses. Like he had so many chances to put this to bed, and he didn't take them. And
Yeah.
I just don't. I think that I don't. I feel like a broken record. This is season 1 of Mourinho, where you don't put the chances to bed, you get wrecked.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening again, and like I said last week, something has to change. Something big has to happen. I'm still not for a managerial change. I don't believe so, but I think there has to be some catalyst, and hopefully, maybe beating Derby County is not going to do much. I'm sure, but it's something that has to be done. But if anything, the Champions League game the week after, I think that's a place where
Juventus,
we can show
yeah.
that's something that has to happen. But yeah, that's it for Saturday.
Oh no, we've still got one more talking about teams that
Brighton, Tottenham.
Yeah, Brighton, Tottenham. I mean, talking about teams in crisis or teams in a mini crisis. This is just the start of the season, because Tottenham have got 3 losses in the row. They've messed it up big time against Inter Milan. I mean, they were leading and cruising comfortably before Icardi's wonder strike. And so again, it was going to be a little nervous. I mean, Brighton is a nervous place to go to. Not the best, not the easiest, because they are good at home. That's why they got maximum points last season. But it was a Harry Kane penalty. I think that was it. Harry Kane penalty, and Lamela scored the last one. I thought it was the other way around. Okay, so it was Harry Kane and Lamela that just inched Tottenham above the line. I think Brighton still had a lot of chances, but yeah, this was like a small respite for Mauricio Pochettino before.
I feel like Brighton is an anomaly team. You never know what's going to happen with them. You never know what team's going to turn up sometimes.
I mean, their game is to press and play, but then at home it's not quite easy. They could still, they aren't defensively sound, but they can still press you and still win the ball high enough. And you never know whether Glenn Murray is on his day could do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, let's move on to Sunday. We
Yeah.
have West Ham versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
West Ham, the same team that's been shit so far
and
against the
defensively,
juggernaut
shit,
Chelsea. Yeah, against Chelsea that's been winning every single game so far.
yeah.
And
So
here we go.
It would have set up a nice game next week had Chelsea won, because Chelsea versus Liverpool would have been 100% versus 100%, and something had to give. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
West Ham came and spoiled the party and drew against Chelsea.
Yeah, I feel like it was odd because it was kind of like an unstoppable force meets a movable object, and
Yeah.
it just worked the opposite way. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I think
but
of
like-
the two teams, West Ham had the best chance. Yarmolenko had a free header. All he had to do is just stand there and just head it right at the goal, and he missed it from like 6 yards out. Chelsea.
Yeah, I think West Ham, they're getting their stride on. They're starting to put their foot one after the other and getting in a rhythm. And maybe we'll see it come back to normal over time. We'll see, I think.
Yeah, Pellegrini needs time, and I think this time the West Ham board of directors are willing to give him that much of time. Chelsea kind of they were wasteful in their chances as well. So I mean they drop points, which is good for us because we are top of the table without, like, not on goal difference but on points, which is nice.
Right.
And now speaking of Arsenal, and they played Everton. And
yeah, Everton, the battle of the mid-table teams.
Yeah, well, battle for number 6 or 5 or whatever. But actually, to be honest, for a large part of the game, I think for 60 minutes, Everton were bossing it. Okay, I mean, like, they should have been at least 1 or 2-0 up by 60 minutes. But it just goes to show, if you don't take your chances, that at some point of time, with the likes of Lacazette and Aubameyang, they are going to punish you.
Yeah. I feel like they just didn't have the quality that Arsenal had. You know, I mean, that's something that is missing. I'm sure you can point to Walcott. Oh, come on, Walcott.
I mean, and Richarlison as well.
But I just feel like,
right.
Yeah, but Richarlison is one guy.
Yeah.
You know,
and
was he even playing? He wasn't playing this week, was he?
I thought he was. I thought he was playing. I mean, plus they have the youngster Calvert-Lewin. I mean, he's young. I mean, compared to the likes of
kids,
Aubameyang and
you're
Lacazette,
comparing it to a 60 million striker.
250.
You're comparing 60 million Lacazette. You're comparing him to Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Who at one point was the world's best, almost.
Yeah, and
up right up there in terms of strikers. Talking about Ozil, who I would still say on his day is the world's best.
Yeah, he hasn't had many of those days, but yeah, sure, I would agree
on
with
his
that.
day.
Yeah, on his day.
So yeah, it's a team packed with quality. It's tough. If you don't take your chances, that's what happens.
Yeah. And you against Arsenal's defense, you would feel like you would like to take your chances because it's not the best, and they had plenty of chances, but failed to take it. And it was 2 goals in 3 minutes. Lacazette scored, and then suddenly I just saw Aubameyang score, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And well, yeah, they won comfortably at the end, 2-0, unlike which doesn't truly reflect how the scoreline, how the match panned out. But yeah, so with that, we have Liverpool number 1, City number 2, Chelsea 3rd.
Thanks for rubbing it in my face. For now.
Fun now. I mean, we've got the League Cup coming up soon as well.
The League Cup. I mean, so Liverpool have the most number of League Cups, and then everybody else is tied for second after that with number 5. So
wow. Okay.
So maybe hopefully we might have a chance to catch up on that, but I don't know. I
mean, United definitely have the easier opposition. Well, it's gonna be interesting though. Mourinho versus Frankie.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I feel like it's a very interesting game because it's not just it's a championship team. It's more like when there's personal stakes involved, a game sometimes can become more than just two teams facing each other. We should be going through them, but I sort of am a little nervous considering our form and the negativity over the club right now.
And that it's at home.
And it's at home. United should win this. Like,
Yeah.
they should. But, you never know with the way it's going on
That's
right now.
true.
So that's the League Cup. But I think next week I'm very, very excited for Chelsea versus Liverpool. Week 7. I think that is going to be another battle of the juggernaut. I feel
I
like
might just
that is
finally-
one. I feel like that game might eliminate, in my opinion, it's early on, but I feel like it might have the chance of eliminating one of the top 3 right now from their title hopes.
Yeah.
Puts a dent on it at least.
Yeah, put
I'm
a
sure.
dent, I think. But like I said, right? It's
But the
all
dent is
spring.
huge. It's like mentally, it's a big dent
Yep.
because
I might finally
last
have.
year it was
Yes.
like last year it was only between United and City. It was just that, and then when the game came and then United lost, it
Yeah.
was like everybody knew it. That was the game. That was the game for the season. But so
Yeah.
just like that, I think these games between the 3 are going to be vital, and I'm excited to see what
Yeah, it might be the first game week where I'm actually sad now.
happens.
I'll be like, God,
So that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. We would love to catch you guys for next game week.
Yeah.
So tune in next week. Take care. Bye bye.
yeah, don't
like,
forget to
share.
like, share, subscribe, and comment, as you were about to say. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
okay. That's it for now. Take care. Bye bye.